best move. Doesn't matter if you win or lose as long as you give it your best. Pass the ball, someone's waiting. Trust will be the key to getting his friendship.
Welcome back to the second part of the Slam Dunk recap, where we pick up the tale of Sakuragi Hanamichi, a delinquent and gang leader, faces rejection from 50 girls in middle school. Now, he has started fresh at Shohoku High School with newfound hope. His life takes an unexpected turn when he encounters Haruko, a girl who loves basketball. To win her heart, he decides to join the Shohoku basketball team, even though many challenges lie ahead. Despite the obstacles, he works hard to showcase his skills to the team and secures a spot. However, there's still much room for improvement in his journey. In this recap, we journey deeper into Sakuragi's whirlwind of emotions, his quest for love, and his path to becoming a basketball sensation. It's a slam-tastic ride filled with highs, lows, and rim-rattling dunks. So, grab your virtual front row seat and let's dive back into the world of Slam Dunk. A practice match against their rivals, Ryonen, is just around the corner, and this might mark Sakuragi's debut match. Team captain Akagi is putting him through rigorous training to get him ready for the upcoming showdown. As the Shohoku team heads to face their rivals, they notice that Ryonen is already warming up. Right away, a strong tension becomes apparent between Akagi and Ryonen's captain, Bozumi, just before the match begins. Coach Anzai goes on to select the players who will be taking part in the match. Sakuragi waits anxiously, hoping to hear his name. One by one, the slots are assigned, and only the last one remains. To his disappointment, even that final slot is given to Rukawa, leaving Sakuragi feeling crushed. However, Coach Anzai steps in and reassures him, stating that Sakuragi is a secret weapon for their team, to be used when the time is right. As the game approaches, Sakuragi confronts Sendo, determined to bring him down. With tensions running high, the game finally kicks off. Things get intense right from the beginning. Ryonen makes a steal, allowing Sendo to score, and Shohoku's defense appears shaky. However, Akagi steps up and manages to block every shot from the opposing team, thwarting their attempts to score. He confidently declares that his team will reach 100 points. Ryonen regroup, ready to secure a victory against Shohoku. They launch a relentless offensive, gradually cornering their opponents. They even disrupt Shohoku's passes and manage to steal the ball from their opponents. The match intensifies as both teams fight for control. Ryonen's coach attempts to motivate his players, urging them to secure a 30-point lead. In response to this pressure, Sakuragi commits a technical foul. Sendo, with his impressive passes, helps Ryonen quickly establish a 19-point lead. Yozomi and Sendo's imposing presence casts a shadow over the Shohoku players. Despite the challenge, Rukawa remains calm and unaffected. As Sendo attempts to score, Rukawa steps in, intercepts his shot, and grabs a rebound. He embarks on a one-on-one showdown with Sendo, weaving his way through other players. However, Sendo pursues him relentlessly. Meanwhile, Akagi, biding his time, receives a pass and scores Shohoku's first point with a thunderous dunk. This marks a turning point in the game. Shohoku finally gets serious and manages to stage a comeback by the end of the first half, with the score now standing at 42-50 in favor of Ryonen. With the momentum on their side, Shohoku continues to score at the beginning of the second half, narrowing the gap to just 5 points. Rukawa displays great ball handling skills and scores repeatedly, making a significant impact. Noticing this, Ryonen's coach calls for a swift strategy meeting and scolds his players, emphasizing the need to defeat Shohoku. During this meeting, Sakuragi eavesdrops and instigates a confrontation with Sendo. Akagi intervenes, trying to keep the game focused. As the game progresses, Sendo begins to taunt Sakuragi, adding tension to the already intense match. Furthermore, Sendo successfully shuts down Rukawa, preventing Shohoku from making advances. Coach Anzai, recognizing the need for a change, instructs Sakuragi to warm up and be ready to enter the match with only 9 minutes remaining. In a twist of fate, Akagi gets injured, leaving Sakuragi to take his place on the court. At first, he's filled with nerves as he steps into this crucial moment against Yuzumi's formidable team. However, Rukawa's sharp taunts act like a jolt of electricity, pulling him back into focus, and he regains his composure after a swift kick. With newfound determination and motivation, the entire team rallies together. They regain their lost momentum and gear up to mount a comeback and regain control of the game. The intensity on the court escalates as they work tirelessly to shift the tide of the game back in their favor, leaving everyone in the stands on the edge of their seats. After a quick bandage for Yozumi's injury, the game resumes. Sakuragi is assigned to guard the opponent's captain, and he follows through with determination. When Yozumi receives a pass, Sakuragi swiftly intercepts it and sends the ball away. He showcases his athletic ability, earning compliments from Sendo for his speed. However, Yozumi remains unfazed and instructs his team to pass him the ball, intending to score over the red-haired delinquent. When the moment arrives, he struggles to do so. Sakuragi capitalizes on this opportunity, using his high speed to steal the ball from Yozumi. He makes a break for the basket to score, but Yozumi manages to prevent his layup. In a surprising twist, Sakuragi defies expectations by not passing the ball to Rukawa as everyone assumed. Instead, he catches the opposing team off guard with a clever pass to Kagure. With a jump shot, Kagure sinks the basket, and this unexpected move leaves everyone in the stadium astounded. Shohoku is mounting a strong comeback, and this bold play by Sakuragi is a major turning point in the game. Sakuragi's determination and stellar performance earn him compliments not only from Ryonin's coach, but also from Sendo, their formidable opponent. Shohoku continues to chip away at their rival's lead, gradually closing the gap as the game approaches its conclusion. In this critical stage, Sakuragi focuses on applying the rebounding skills that Akagi taught him. He pulls off an incredible rebound, stealing the ball from both Yozumi and Sendo with an amazing jump, leaving everyone in shock. Ryonin holds a 3-point lead over Shohoku, and it's becoming clear that Sakuragi's presence is making a significant impact. Coach Toka of Ryonin instructs Yozumi to focus exclusively on targeting Sakuragi. The Ryonin coach firmly believes that the game's result depends on how Sakuragi performs. Yozumi successfully blocks Sakuragi from obtaining rebounds and scoring, contributing to his team's efforts to extend their lead. In a surprising turn of events, Akagi makes a dramatic return to the stadium, substituting in for Rukawa. His presence alone boosts the team's morale once more, filling the air with a sense of renewed determination. Despite having only 3 minutes left until the game's end, Shohoku still finds themselves trailing. Nonetheless, Sakuragi's memory is suddenly flooded with the rigorous training Akagi had put him through, his mentor's words echoing in his mind. Fueled by this newfound determination, he springs into action, managing to prevent Yozumi from scoring through a crucial rebound. The return of Shohoku's captain puts Ryonin in a tough spot, and Shohoku finally takes the lead for the first time in the game, albeit just by a single point. Sendo is amazed at how good Shohoku has become, thus he begins to take the game seriously. He uses his incredible speed to leave Sakuragi in the dust and scores with a jump. Akagi tries to stop him but fails and even commits a foul in the process, giving Ryonin a free throw. This play puts Ryonin back in the lead, making the game even more thrilling and unpredictable. Sakuragi remains determined to personally defeat Sendo. Rukawa is subbed back into the game, and together they target Sendo, yet they continue to struggle to stop his advances as he scores once more. With just a minute left on the clock, Ryonin still holds a 4-point lead. Anzai then calls both Rukawa and Sakuragi to approach to tell them of his plan. Anzai believes that Shohoku still has a chance if they can prevent Ryonin from scoring another basket. However, Sendo regains possession of the ball. Sakuragi and Rukawa make another attempt to stop him, but with only a minute left, Shohoku is still behind by 4 points, the pressure is on, and the game is coming down to the wire. Sendo keeps pushing forward, with Sakuragi and Rukawa in hot pursuit. He eventually reaches the basket and prepares to take his shot. Akagi attempts to stop him, allowing Sakuragi to catch up and block the shot. In the process, Sakuragi accidentally passes the ball to Rukawa, who capitalizes on this opportunity and scores a 3-pointer. Ryonin remains in the lead. As the seconds tick away, Ryonin decides to employ a stalling tactic, hoping to let the clock run out in their favor, leaving only 15 seconds on the clock. Akagi seizes this opportunity and makes a critical steal, snatching the ball from Ryonin's possession. He quickly passes it to Rukawa, who's pursued closely by Sendo. In a heart-pounding moment, Rukawa releases a last-minute pass to Sakuragi. Time seems to slow down as Sakuragi takes flight, soaring towards the basket. With a burst of energy, he executes a spectacular slam dunk, igniting the crowd and giving Shohoku the lead. As they celebrate their lead, Ryonin seizes the opportunity and quickly goes on the offense. Sendo manages to score, securing the victory for Ryonin. Sakuragi is left shell-shocked, finding it difficult to accept the loss. Despite the defeat, Sakuragi has played brilliantly in his first game and vows to defeat Sendo the next time, along with Rukawa. The loss serves as a valuable experience and motivation for the Shohoku team to come back stronger in their future encounters. The following day at school, Sakuragi is still in a sour mood, carrying the weight of the previous day's loss. However, his day takes a positive turn when he unexpectedly encounters Haruko. A kind compliment from her works like magic, instantly lifting his spirits. Her words have the power to brighten even his gloomiest days. Haruko suggests that they go shopping together to pick out new basketball shoes for Sakuragi. It's a thoughtful gesture that further warms his heart. As they browse through the store, Sakuragi's unique charisma comes into play. He manages to secure a high-quality pair of basketball shoes at a remarkable discount, paying just 30 yen, using his intimidating personality to skillfully haggle for the deal. With his new shoes in hand, he heads to basketball practice and trains hard, driven by the determination to one day defeat Sendo. During practice, Akagi talks with the team manager, Ayako, inquiring if that guy can play again, referring to Sakuragi's readiness. Meanwhile, Sakuragi's gang gets into a skirmish with a senior named Ryota Miyagi, adding another layer of intrigue to his high school life. However, Yuhei manages to prevent a full-blown brawl between the two gangs, maintaining some order but the tension remains high. The next day, Ayako learns of Ryota's return. He had been hospitalized after a fight and is now back at school. Ayako, along with Sakuragi, tries to locate him, and they find him surrounded by a group of seniors who appear to be targeting him. As soon as Ryota spots Ayako with Sakuragi, he breaks into tears. It becomes evident that Ryota harbors a deep crush on Ayako, and his jealousy towards Sakuragi gets the better of him. In a moment of irrationality, he lashes out at Sakuragi, throwing a punch that ignites an all-out brawl. Even the seniors who had originally targeted Ryota get caught up in the melee, resulting in further chaos and injuries. The situation spirals out of control, but it comes to an abrupt halt when Ayako and Haruko rush to the scene after hearing the escalating commotion. Their presence helps restore some semblance of order, and they intervene to calm the situation down. Ayako, keen on resolving the tension, decides to send both Sakuragi and Ryota to the basketball club in an attempt to channel their heated confrontation in a more constructive direction. However, their one-on-one match on the court quickly escalates into another volatile exchange, with the two constantly stealing the ball from each other. Just when it seems like another fight is inevitable, Akagi arrives in the nick of time, quelling the brewing storm and allowing them to return to their training. After school, Kagure and Akagi have a conversation at a cafe. Akagi is determined to reach and win the national championship, showing his commitment to their basketball team's success. Later that night, Sakuragi and Ryota coincidentally cross paths. Sakuragi can't resist teasing Ryota, humorously warning him to be cautious, or Ayako might decide to end their relationship. However, these words hit Ryota in a vulnerable spot, and he unexpectedly bursts into tears. Ryota then confides in Sakuragi, sharing his heartfelt story. He reveals that his motivation for playing basketball was rooted in a desire to impress Ayako. Yet, he believes that his efforts have gone unnoticed, and he's left with a sense of unrequited affection. Sakuragi, upon hearing Ryota's emotional confession, feels a profound empathy for his fellow basketball player. This heartfelt exchange bridges the gap between them, and they begin to connect on a deeper level, finding common ground in their shared experiences. On the other hand, Mitsui, the person Ryota had a fight with before, is still determined to seek revenge after his pride was shattered. His friend Tetsuo offers to help him in this quest. After a few days, while the basketball team is in the middle of training, Mitsui and Tetsuo, along with their gang, arrive at Shohoku High School. They head towards the gym, arrogantly insulting the basketball team and the gym's facilities. Ryota, not seeking trouble, tries to resolve the situation without resorting to violence. However, his attempts lead to him being outnumbered and attacked by the opposing gang. The tension and conflict escalate, posing a new challenge for the Shohoku basketball team. Sakuragi attempts to intervene, but Ryota insists he stays out of it, knowing that if things turn physical, the team might be dismissed. As Ryota is about to be struck once more, Sakuragi steps in to stop Mitsui from doing so. Yasuda, a regular player, also tries to de-escalate the situation but ends up getting hit. Rukoa, angered by Mitsui's derogatory comments about their gym and team, confronts him. The situation escalates into a physical altercation. One of the delinquents strikes Rukawa on the head, causing him to bleed profusely. Rukawa eventually loses control and retaliates, nearly crushing one of the foe's hands. Ayako intervenes and pleads with Rukawa to stop. In response, one of the troublemakers slaps her. This proves to be the last straw for Ryota, who loses control and begins to senselessly beat the person who dared to hit Ayako. Along with Rukawa, they deal with the minor troublemakers. However, Tetsuo, a professional fighter, proves to be a formidable opponent. He overpowers both Rukawa and Ryota, leaving only Sakuragi unfazed. Sakuragi takes a stand against Tetsuo, but soon realizes he is facing a formidable adversary. As the rest of the troublemakers recover and rise again, Sakuragi finds himself in a difficult situation. However, his friends come to the rescue, leveling the playing field. Yui takes charge, delivering a brutal beating to Mitsui, while Sakuragi faces off against Tetsuo. Despite being heavily injured, Sakuragi manages to learn how to block Tetsuo's punches and, with sheer determination, lands a solid punch straight to his opponent's face. This shift in the fight begins to turn the tide in their favor. Meanwhile, Akagi, having finished his extra class, is on his way to the gym, unaware of the intense confrontation taking place within.
Hi guys! The first part of Slamdunk was fun, wasn't it? Basketball is great, let's play it together!